Hi there, Dave Clark, Race Director of the Whistler Half Marathon. Thanks for joining us for another course orientation. This time we're going to be looking at the 30K course. I've got the map here up on my screen, so I'm going to help you through the course as it twists and turns its way around Whistler. As we look at the map, the 30K route is notated with a red line, and the red circles with the numbers in them are your 30K specific kilometer markers. Where the red is sharing with a blue and a green, it means it shares that distance with another course or another distance. So that number there corresponds to the KM marker for the red course as well. So the 30K, without further ado, our start and finish line for all our events is in Whistler Olympic Plaza, located right in the center and heart of Whistler Village. The 30K course leaves the plaza out onto Blackcomb Way and then hangs a left onto Lorimer Road. We take Lorimer Road up and right across over Highway 99. It's pretty flat up until the highway where we've got a slight rise and then levels off as we go through the 1K mark. Just after the 1K mark, we start our descent down Lorimer Road and past our elementary school here and left onto Crabapple Drive and through the 2K mark. As we turn left onto Crabapple Drive, it's flat again. And we stay nice and flat here through the 2K mark. We turn onto Beaver Lane, and just before, or just as we get onto Blueberry Hill, which begins right around here, you will start your climb up Blueberry Hill. Blueberry Hill is our longest hill on the course, longest sustained climb anyway, and it runs for approximately a kilometer at a 5 to 6.5% grade, all the way up here past the 3K mark. Now, it's nice and early in the course. Your legs are warmed up from the downhill and the flats. And we get up to the top here just after 3K. And make sure you take that time to look out over the valley. You've got beautiful views back over to Blackcomb and Whistler Mountain here up above Whistler Village. So back onto the course here, where you come down Blueberry Hill from the top, down towards Highway 99. As we get down to the very bottom here, we're going to hang a hard left that's almost 180 degrees onto the Valley Trail. So we move from the road system onto the paved Valley Trail. Up here past the 4K mark, a little flat section through here, right along the edge of the golf course, beautiful views. And then we start a slight ascent up here for about 400 or 500 meters before we begin a descent again back down. It's not a great big rise, but it is definitely a bit of a climb. And we descend down here. When we get to the 5K mark, we are into the flats of the valley bottom, still along the Whistler golf course. We are nice and flat right through our first aid station here, and on for the next actual 5 kilometers pretty much. We cross over Crabapple Drive on the Valley Trail, and we make our way to the very bottom of Lorimer Road here, where we begin our trek out to Rainbow Park. Again, pancake flat all through this section here, 6-7 kilometers. At sort of 7.25 or so, you make a 180-degree turn at Rainbow Park. Take a moment to make sure you take in those views across Alta Lake, up towards Blackcomb Whistler Mountains again. As you turn around, you'll be looking north up towards Wedge Mountain. You'll be coming back the same way that you went out to Rainbow Park on the Valley Trail. We call this section here our high five zone. So make sure you get those hands up, give a high five to runners going in the opposite direction, friends, neighbors, strangers, whatever. We just want everybody to have a lot of fun. So make sure you get those high fives going there up through the 8-kilometer mark. As we pop back out of that Valley Trail section there, we get our second aid station here at 8.5 kilometers, and we're out onto the very bottom of Lorimer Road on the Valley Trail here for a moment before going into an area called Topless Farm. Nice and flat still. Pass through 9 kilometers, you're on Balsam Way here, and you're going to take a right turn onto Easy Street. Yes, indeed, in Whistler there is an easy street that people can live on. It's easy living on Easy Street, they say. You can take a left onto Balsam Way. You're going to come back across Lorimer Road through the 10K mark, at which point this road begins to climb slightly. You got a nice little steady climb until it crests here where it turns back into the Valley Trail, and you start making your way along the Whistler Golf Course again, back towards the village and the village elevation through 11 kilometers, and you're going to pop out at the Whistler Golf Club clubhouse here, duck underneath the highway and the underpass, and get yourself into Whistler Village proper at the 12K mark. Passing our third aid station here, you will carry on through the main part of the village, past our host hotel, the Crystal Lodge, make our way around Sundial and over Blackcomb Way, where we exit the village and get back onto the Valley Trail. We're on the Valley Trail all along here past the jump park and the skate park, making our way up to the entrance of Lost Lake Park here at Passive House. At Passive House, the course changes from the first 13 and a bit kilometers of pavement onto a gravel course. From this point forward, for the next 5 kilometers or so, you are on a 1-lane wide gravel road. This is a nice climb up here, nice and steady, not too steep, about sort of 3% grade on average, up through the 14K marker here. You'll be coming past this again later on, which is why the 23 is there. It levels off here as you start coming around the lake and past our aid station here. You carry along and you're going to be into sort of a nice undulating terrain here past the 15K mark and all the way through north of the lake. You go past the end of the lake and it undulates all the way along through this section here. No steep ups and downs, no long sustained hills, no long sustained descents. You go past the 16K marker, it's beautiful, it's nice and shaded. Again, you're still on gravel here. And as we make this hard left turn, you start your descent down into the Nicholas North Golf Course area. So you're through the trees here, still a nice gravel road all the way down here until you hit the turnaround point for the 30K. So to this point, you've been following the half marathon course. You are now going to turn back and go a couple hundred meters here on the way that you just came, and you're going to make your way up into the single track trails here just before the 18-kilometer mark. Where this trail splits off here, we are now down to a 1.5 to 2 meter wide gravel trail, non-technical. You do want to watch your footings. There's a few routes here and there throughout this section of 4.5 kilometers or so, but nothing really technical in this section. It's mostly crushed gravel, and it's hard, compact crushed gravel. So from this point here at the 18K mark, you've started your climb back up to the lake elevation. You're going to carry along here on this single track, all single track up here through the 19K mark. Again, really stunning scenery, really beautiful, windy trail running there. And you're going to make your way back up and go over what's called the Elephant Bridge here, staying on the single track up through the 20K marker. Again, winding single track here. You've more or less gotten to the top of the hill by this point here. From this point forward onward, it's really undulating again. There's no, I wouldn't call it any really flat sections in here. You're either going up slightly or down slightly. From 20 all the way through to 21, where you start to make more of a descent back down towards Passive House. Come through the 22K marker, you've got a water station for you here, and just before you get back onto the main gravel road here by Passive House. This next section here you have already run once, so you're going to run it again. Coming back on the section that we've done, through the 23K marker, you get that aid station again right by the lake. Again, long undulating section through here, through 24, up past the lake. You move down towards the 25K marker again, still really undulating, little ups and downs along the way, very few flat sections, but you get the picture. It's up and down a little bit. And then we get back down to this section here where it's that second time through this downhill, back down the gravel road, past your 26K marker, and scoot along here past our aid station here that you hit once before. I think I forgot to mention that one. And then your second pass here, you're going to go straight through and carry on all the way along here. And just before 18K, you're going to move from gravel back onto the paved Valley Trail section. So it's pavement from just before 18 all the way through here, through the Riverside Resort campground area. Again, still all on the Valley Trail. Really nice running. As you come down here and we approach Spruce Grove Park, you're going to actually get right up next to Fitzsimmons Creek, and it's really nice, cool air coming off of that water, and you're in nice treed section here for the last couple of kilometers. So you've got a really, really good run experience through here, nice and sheltered from any sun that might be out. When we make this hard left here, you're moving back down onto a nice little gravel section. The trail narrows up a little bit back to sort of a 1.5 meter wide trail. Really nice, thick, beautiful older forests through here. Lots of cedar trees and things giving you a nice canopy above and some shade. And again, the river is going to be running right along next to you here. And that's really like natural air conditioning. It's unbelievable running through there. Nice way to cool off as you come through 29 kilometers. And you're going to pop back out on the paved Valley Trail right here. Make our way underneath Lorimer Road, back up onto Lorimer Road where the Valley Trail is parallel on the south side of Lorimer Road. You're going to follow that all the way around past the medical center and back into Whistler Olympic Plaza, where we'll be waiting for you with your special 30-kilometer finisher's medal, post-run food, post-entertainment, lots of fun stuff going on here at Whistler Olympic Plaza. Thanks very much for watching. We look forward to seeing you in June.